We are joined by Dr. Russ Wigginton, the president of the National Civil Rights Museum. And Dr. Wigginton, my name is Connor. It's wonderful to meet you, and we really appreciate you being here with us today.
Thank you, Connor. Happy to be here.
Absolutely. You know, we want to begin with this grand reopening of the Legacy experience. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is and why this grand reopening is so exciting?
Absolutely. This is the 35-year anniversary of the National Civil Rights Museum, and it's a perfect time for us to lift up the civil and human rights work of the last almost 60 years since Dr. King was assassinated. It's an opportunity for us to be intentional about connecting with younger people who are critical and have always been critical to civil and human rights work. This revelation in the Legacy experience allows us to lift up stories like the Poor People's Campaign, which happened right after Dr. King was killed and fought and brought together people who were fighting for economic justice. It also is grounded in important foundational principles that Dr. King talked about in his last book, Where Do We Go From Here? Chaos or Community, where he talked about education and poverty and housing, nonviolence and gender as important unsolved issues, if you will, of that time that we are continuing to grapple with even today. We also have had the opportunity to lift up stories of everyday people who do extraordinary things, change makers, if you will, across this country, doing work that is valued and valuable to our country.
I want to start with connecting with younger people. You know, it's something that has likely always been difficult. I think now in 2026, more so than ever, as younger people have every single thing they could ever want at the tip of their fingertips. How do you connect with younger people in 2026?
That's a great question. And one thing we know is in order for them to see themselves as drivers and participants in the movement, we have to talk about civil and human rights related issues that have happened in their lifetime, things that they can touch, not just view from afar, but things that evoke a combination of intellectual and emotional response from them. Technology combined with traditional artifacts, that being thoughtful about how you use both of those things has been an invaluable tool. And again, seeking their input, giving them the opportunity, for example, to answer questions like, what do you hope for? And using those answers to incorporate them into an exhibit. And lastly, an interactive opportunity through a platform called Our Stories, Our Museum, where their voices can be heard.
And I couldn't agree more. I love seeking their input. I love that you said that. I think that's so critical. I want to maybe then go to the next step, which is once you have connected with a young person or any person who visits your museum and they do connect with what they're seeing, what do you want them to walk out the door with when they leave? What do you want them to take with them from that experience?
I want them to take a sense of responsibility for sure, and thinking about it through the lens of what does it mean to be a citizen, a responsible and engaged citizen. I also want them to recognize that while it may seem like a daunting a daunting task to be part of solutions and advancement, they can also use the historic Lorraine Motel and what's in there for inspiration. So they can circle back and look at stories of yesteryear and identify and see themselves in the Lorraine Motel as well. And so that combination, we think, helps them think about, what do I do? What can I do as a citizen to be part of progress?
That's Dr. Russ Wigginton. We really appreciate you spending some time with us today, Dr. Wigginton. If any of our viewers are ever in Memphis, Tennessee, please go check out that National Civil Rights Museum, especially with all of the new things that you guys have going on. Is there anything else you want to add before we let you go?
And you can also learn more at civilrightsmuseum.org, where you can learn about all of our programs and all of our galleries and exhibits here at the National Civil Rights Museum.
All right, Dr. Wigginton, we appreciate you and everything you and your team are doing to continue to try to encourage responsibility within the citizens. So thanks so much, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you again down the road.
All right, thank you.
All right, again, Dr. Russ Wigginton speaking about not only the National Civil Rights Museum and all of the new things that they're doing, but also able to expand a little bit in that interview about what they hope their museum can inspire and what they hope it can lead to for the people who really, really connect when they go to visit.